Good morning. I'm going to reintroduce myself again. My name is Belinda Dalton Russell, and I serve as Vice President of Student Development here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. I'd like to thank you again for joining us for the Red Carpet Leader Recognition Luncheon. This luncheon has been held for nearly 8 years. It started off as the Student Recognition Luncheon that was for our student leaders as well as our advisors and members who support our community. Today's Red Carpet Luncheon was an idea that came from the student government officers. We thought we'd do something a little different, but allow the entire college community to be invited so you can get an opportunity to see what our students are doing, as well as our advisors and some of our community members that impact not just our campus, but also our community safety. Today we're doing several things, and one is to recognize the exemplary leadership, dedication, and also commitment to service in a number of different arenas. Before we get started, I do want to request again that you silence your phones and that you lower your voices just so that everyone can enjoy the program and that the names and also the comments that are read about the achievements of the award recipients will be heard. I'd like to first make sure that I include and thank all of those individuals who worked behind the scenes to make sure that today happened and is successful. Sometimes I leave this at the end, but I want to make sure that those individuals know how much it is appreciated, all the work that they've done. Amy Elmore, who is our coordinator for student life as well as student activities. She does a number of things on campus. I want to publicly thank her for all the work that she does. Also, our campus catering that provided the food today. I want to thank them for making sure that all of you had something to eat and some refreshments. And our student ambassadors, who is my team and the college's team and the community's team, who goes out tirelessly to volunteer their services to make this community better. Also, Tamara K. Hodges, my administrative assistant, who I could not do many things without her support. She does a lot of work with this, from ordering the awards to setting up the awards and just kind of making sure that things flow well. And of course, we all know we can't do much without our maintenance and operations crew, who helps to do setup. And then also our PR crew. We have several members today who are recording this event, so if you're shy, don't be, you're being recorded. And of course, just all of you who are here this morning, I thank you for being here, recipients as well as guests. I'd like to start by introducing our student government officers. I've asked them to take a few minutes to really reflect, give you some motivational reflections about their experience as student leaders, as student officers, and some of the things that they've learned and they've grown from in their experiences. First up is Gavin Posey. He is our SGA president, but also a student ambassador. Gavin, please come forward.
Hey, everybody. So Dr. Russell's looking for a motivational speaker, and the first thing I told her, I said, I'm not sure if she asked the right person. So I'm going to do my best, and we'll see how this goes. So I wanted to say hi to the VIPs here. Thanks for being here. There's still some seats if you all are interested in joining the VIP section. So I wanted to share a little bit about my story, and I'm looking at my family in the back. You've probably heard this a few times, but thanks for being here. So my story started out, as Dr. Russell kind of mentioned, I got involved with the Student Ambassador Program. And like many of you all, I was kind of hesitant to really find my niche. Back whenever I first started college, I was pretty soft-spoken and quiet, and I really didn't know what I wanted to get involved in. And from the Student Ambassador Program, I really started to get involved with extracurriculars and seeing what kind of impact I could make on campus. And from there, it just kind of snowballed. So I'm happy with where I am right now. I'm happy with our student government team. But I'm not ready to call it quits by any means. I think we're all just getting started. So I think that's evidenced by you all here in the VIP section, and I'm just so happy that you all are here. Getting involved in extracurriculars, you get to see yourself grow and develop, and you get to see others along with you grow and develop. And I'm seeing a few heads nod, and I think you all agree. It's just a wonderful feeling knowing that you're able to give back to the people that give to you, getting involved in extracurriculars, and just making an impact. So I wanted to say to our club advisors here today, thanks for being here, thanks for all that you do, and none of this would be possible without you all as well. To those in the audience today, if you're interested in getting involved in extracurriculars, the Student Government Office is right here. I encourage everybody to come in, see what we're all about, and see what kind of impact you can make. The door is always open. And thanks again to our club advisors, everybody back here. It takes a team to do special things, and I appreciate it, and I know everybody else appreciates it as well. So I'll be introducing the Student Government Vice President, Mr. Shay Aro, to come to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shay Aro. Just to get started, if you can't hear what I'm saying, I think it's best to just ignore it because I can't repeat myself. I remember a few months ago, Dr. Russell was asking us to be a motivational speaker. She was looking for someone to say something that would impact the students, and I wasn't really confident about doing that because I'm not really the kind of public speaking guy. But I went back home and I thought about it, and I thought, this is what I've been working on since I got here, to be able to be the voice of students and to just lead in the best way that I can. So I emailed her and I told her that I would like to be one of the people that would say something, and I'm glad that I'm here. So first of all, I would like to say thank you to everyone that is here right now, and this is my story. As an international student of West Kentucky, I've been able to go through so many difficulties from meeting new people and learning different cultures and just doing things that is different. I say this all the time. As an international student, you feel lonely when you're in a very different environment, very different place where you don't know, and I've experienced that. So being in the SGA has impacted me so much because I got to make friends and also learn different cultures. So if there's any student here trying to find a way to join or be a part of something new, I'll let you know that you're not wasting your time. You get to learn a skill, you get to grow in different way, mentally, physically, and just in a way that you can't even imagine. Communication is one of the most important things here, and just communicating with everyone is a very difficult task, and I'm taking interpersonal communication this semester, and I can tell you that communicating you have to put in a lot of work. So if you see someone, try to ask them, how are you, what's going on, make friends, and that's one of the most easiest way to just enjoy your time in college in West Kentucky. But without further ado, I'd like to call Emily Strausser, the Secretary of the SGA, to the stage. Thank you.
All right, so, probably a lot of you guys have experience with sibling rivalry. I know for me, I've always been competing with my older brother, and I've always been trying to one-up him because he's always been so great at doing everything. So whenever I came to WKCTC, my goal was to one-up him and become more involved, starting it off with SGA. And while that and the free food and even the scholarship applications was the main reason why I joined student government, and the other clubs that I'm a member of. What I didn't realize was the impact that those clubs were going to have on me, and that impact is the reason why I've stayed. I'm involved in SGA and PTK, which I hold offices with, but I'm also a member of many other clubs. And just the connections that you form with different people, it's crazy. I've met so many people from different walks of life, different cultures. They all have an own story to tell and their own lesson to teach me, and those lessons learned is something that I'm going to take on, not just from school, but I'm going to take it forward into my career, into wherever I go in life. And it's opened up so many different doors and opportunities for me too. By a chain of events, I'm the student representative to the board of directors for the college. And that's given me an opportunity to just kind of be on a board and understand how that works, and to meet so many different important people in our area here in West Kentucky. And it's also like opened up the door for me to be a tutor at Trio, where I get to teach people and also learn from them. And it's given me experience for the future, experience that I can take into my jobs, especially with like my path that I've chosen. But it's an experience that you can't get and you can't learn unless you put yourself into those positions and you become involved. And more than anything, it's given me self-confidence. If you would have known me 2 years ago, I would not have been up here. I would not have gone and worked as summer staff at a youth camp. I just wasn't self-confident, and it changed me for the better. It took me from being introverted and shy to being confident and outgoing. And while I might have started just because of sibling rivalry and free food, I'm still here because of the influence that I can have on other people, but also the influence that they can have on me. And it's a beautiful and amazing experience, and I definitely encourage you guys to get yourself involved for all of those reasons. But next up, we have John Bielak. He is the SGA Campus Event Coordinator, so give it up for him.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to start by saying this is my first time being this involved with really any organization, but man, it's been a great experience. For me, it all started at an SGA meeting. My first time going in, I was going in for the free food. I know a lot of you have had an experience like that. But when I got in there, I was embraced by welcoming people and kind spirits, and it was hard to leave and hard not to help out. And that can happen with any organization, any club. So on that note, I'd like to strongly urge you to just attend a meeting, try something new, and see what happens. I promise you it'll be great. And with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Shaveen Duncan Herring, the Director of the Diversity and Inclusion Office here on campus.
Good morning. I am Shaveen Duncan Herring. I am the Director of Diversity and Inclusion. At this time, I would like to make the Diversity Awards with distinction. The award of distinction in the area of diversity and inclusion is to recognize individuals as well as organizations who have consistently demonstrated exceptional service, dedication, and actions towards advancing community commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Also, those who work in collaboration to encourage respect, safety, security, and the well-being of human beings. The first award is the Outstanding Leadership. That award is going to be presented to Representative Gerald Lynn Watkins, who has served as Kentucky representative for District 3 for the past 6 years. Also, with the Paducah City Commissioner for 6 years, and professor of political science at West Kentucky Community and Technical College, nearly 30 years. His achievements include working on the state level to reduce and eliminate cuts to education budgets for K through 12, college and universities and retirement system, as well as creating bill passed by House committees to toughen penalties for attempted murder of police officers and firefighters. Current law requires those convicted to serve 20% of their sentence. New measures, 85%, as well as created anti-marketing bill number 413, passed by Kentucky House Committee in 2016, to stop telemarketers from selling or sharing subscribers' cell phone numbers for commercial use, and the fines range from $1,000 to $10,000, as well as proposed a resolution to propose flying a large Confederate battle flag along busy Interstate 24, viewed as a symbol of hate, discrimination, and endorsement of slavery, and submitted a legislation bill to provide low-level, non-dangerous drug offenders reduced sentences and alternative treatment options while reducing state costs of incarceration. At this time, I would like to say congratulations to Representative Gerald Lynn Watkins, and thank you for your service. Accepting the award on his behalf is Brent Taylor. Please, Brent, come to the stage. Okay. Tammy Thompson will accept the award in his behalf. Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize the Diversity Community Award of Dedication, and that award will be awarded to the Paducah Police Department as a model example of outreach efforts to build community relationships, handling mentally ill citizens, addressing domestic violence, and initiating and developing cultural leadership training that provides the skill necessary to relate to people of all backgrounds. The achievements include the department's actively sought greater representation of women and minorities to serve as officers, as well as working in collaboration with the College of Education and Human Resources at Murray State University to create the Cultural Leader Academy program. The program requires completion of a series of intensified modules focusing on community engagement, public policing, racial bias, crisis intervention, behavioral health, and de-escalation techniques. On Thursday, September the 28th, 2017, the second class of officers successfully completed the program and were awarded certificates. This program is one of the few, if any, in the country. The achievements also include working with severely and mildly mental ill citizens, many homeless in our community. Paducah Police Department directs them to safety and mental health care rather than jailed. Domestic violence against women and children are staggering in McCracken County. Trained officers de-escalate situations. Demonstrating patience, mental resilience, moral and physical courage. Also, Chief Brandon Barnhill Roundtable Community Forums brings leaders of African American communities together with officers to bring forth ideas for change, relationship building, and improvements. We would like to say congratulations to the Paducah Police Department for their service. Accepting the award for the Paducah Police Department is Chief Bryant Kruger. At this time, I would like to recognize an individual for the Diversity Outstanding Service. That award is being presented to former manager of Accessibility Services for West Kentucky Community and Technical College, Sheila Highfield. Sheila Highfield is unequivocally the motivating force behind the expansion of accessibility services and growth in the numbers of differently ability students who are served and succeed at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Some of the achievements for Sheila Highfield include top score, 100% employees responded highly satisfied with quality services of West Kentucky on the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Department Survey for 2017, as well as an accomplishment served third to fourth largest student population with disabilities in the KCTCS 16 college system. Since employed, Sheila tripled the number of students receiving accommodations from 54 to 190. Sheila recommended, and the Disability Services was renamed Accessibility Services to accentuate abilities of students. She also proctored more than 4,500 exams, attitude of an exemplary servant leader of students first. She also advocated and expanded a computer lab, more students tested, increased security and confidentiality. She collaborated with the Vice President of Student Development to relocate the Accessibility Service to a larger office. I would like to say congratulations to Sheila Highfield. Accepting her award is Tamara Hodges. If we can give all of them a round of applause, thank you.
This brings us to the portion of our program for awards with distinction. At this time, I would start with the recognition of the Student of the Month. This program was designed to recognize the accomplishments of students on campus. The individuals are selected based on their cumulative GPA of 2.0 or higher. They're nominated by faculty and staff who they have worked with to promote the college and the activities that we have here on college. Some of our students of the month are in class, so they are not able to be with us today, but I'm going to call out their names anyway. And if you are here, please come forward. Dayla Hale was the Student of the Month in April of 2017. Austin Knapp is Student of the Month for September 2017. Please come forward. Brooke Brown is Student of the Month for October 2017. Gavin Posey, Student of the Month for November 2017. Mariah Davis, Student of the Month, February 2018. And Kyle Garner, Student of the Month, March 2018. Mr. Gavin Posey. And Ms. Mariah Davis. Next, I'd like to recognize our Student of the Year. Student of the Year is held to a little bit of a higher standard. They have to have a GPA of 2.7 or higher. They have to have held a significant leadership role within the campus community. This year, our winner for that award is Mr. Gavin Posey. Gavin holds a 4.0 GPA and serves as the president of the SGA, vice president of Phi Theta Kappa, and vice president of the Film Club. He is also a student ambassador and graduated from the Paducah LEAD program. Thank you. Next up, we have Gavin Posey presenting the award for SGA Outstanding Achievement.
All right, are we having fun? All right, thank you. All right, so like Ms. Elmore said, I'll be speaking about the SGA Outstanding Achievement Award. This was voted on by the SGA executive officers, which you can see here on my left. The award is to honor the student organization who has demonstrated a high achievement. And that award is going to go to Alpha, Beta, Epsilon. So if you all would come on up here. So you all get your picture, and I'll continue to talk about you. So Alpha, Beta, Epsilon has been chosen for their continual work with Child Watch Counseling and Advocacy Center and their fight against child abuse. Over the past 6 years, they've donated close to $11,000 to Child Watch. They will host their annual Justice Run, which I encourage you all to attend. I don't think you have to run, you can walk. They'll host their annual Justice Run to fight child abuse on April 21st, 2018 at 5 p.m. here on campus. All proceeds go to treat and prevent child abuse. Other activities have included collecting items for abused or otherwise disadvantaged children participating in the McCracken County Family Court process. And they have collected canned goods for victims of Hurricane Harvey. So let's give them one more round of applause and congratulations. Shay, I'm going to ask you to come forward to speak about the Campus Impact Award.
All right, just like Gavin mentioned, I'll be awarding the SJ Campus Impact Award. This award was voted on by the SJ and is to honor the student organization, which has been very active with club-related activities on campus. So I'd like to welcome the Hispanic Culture Club on the stage to receive their award. The Hispanic Culture Club has been very active this year. Some of their activities include the Welcome Back Get-Together for international students as Casa Mexicana. Also, the Hispanic Heritage Celebration, which was held here last semester. They also do the Coffee Mondays in the library and the Study Abroad in Cuba presentation. The activity participated in the International Potluck with SJ and Multicultural Students Association. So congratulations and thank you for your service.
Thank you, Shay.
To award the SGA Community Outreach Award, I would like to call Emily Strausser on the stage.
All right, for the SGA Community Outreach Award, this award was voted on by the student government and is to honor the student organization which sponsors or assists with many community activities. The Early Childhood Educators Club supports children with special needs, and they are the people who won this award, so if they want to come on up too, and I'll continue talking about you guys. They support children with special needs, early childhood providers, and community outreach efforts on early childhood initiatives. A few of their accomplishments are participating in the annual Buddy Walk for Down syndrome, the Walk and Roll for Spina Bifida, and the AEB Justice Run to benefit Child Watch. They also provide books and stuffed animals to Children of Merriman House. They organize the Read Across America Dr. Seuss celebration for the community. They assist with the Regional Spring Conference and Parent Academy with the West Kentucky Association for Early Childhood Education. And lastly, they also host the Kindergarten Ready Fair, which usually has around 200 attendees. So please give it up for the Early Childhood Educators Club. And next up will be John Belak. He will be presenting the SGA Club Advisor of the Year. So give it up.
All right. So the SGA Club Advisor of the Year award is designed to honor the club advisor who demonstrated outstanding contributions to the school and campus life over the past year. This year's winner is Senora Carolyn Perry. Mrs. Perry is always looking to increase student opportunities. She is co-advisor for the Hispanic Culture Club and Phi Theta Kappa. She is a great support to students, and we thank her for her contributions. All right.
What an honor, but what a joy it is for me to work with the students. And students, you are just so inspiring to me. You are intelligent, you're dedicated, and you're resilient despite many adversities. So you inspire me, and you are just going to make this place a better world. So thank you, students.
At this time, Amy Elmore will be presenting the Outstanding Leadership Award.
It's hard to hide things from people. Anyway, today I would like to recognize an outstanding campus leader. Gavin Posey has come a long way from being the rather shy young man that I met last year. He has taken an active role as SGA president and as the co-regent for the KCTCS Board of Regents. He has been wonderful in that position. He has taken these roles very seriously, and I'm very proud of him. He's gone above and beyond everything that I have asked for him to do this year. You'll find Gavin on just about all events on campus, as well as at all the ball games. He comes and helps me tirelessly. Even when he knows he has other things to do, he'll come and help anyway. Thank you, Gavin, for your hard work. I really appreciate it. The next award is for one of the people I admire the most here at WKCTC. She's worked in higher education for 38 years. She's worked tirelessly to build student life at WKCTC. She believes in recognizing the work and dedication of her students and the employees who work here. She began her career at WKCTC with having forums to hear from the students to find out what they wanted on campus. From that, she implemented Happening Hour, which is the time set aside on Mondays now. It was Wednesdays at 11 o'clock for us to have student activities. She implemented the Student Ambassador Program, which was here a long time ago, but she brought it back, revived it, and redesigned it to what it is today. She started the Student of the Month and the Student of the Year to recognize students on campus for their hard work and dedication. She implemented the shuttle service, which is not here now, but was here, and it was a very important part of our students being able to get from one side of campus to the other. Unfortunately, with budget cuts, as we all know we have, that didn't make the cut, but I appreciate her efforts in doing that. She implemented the Student Leader Recognition Award Program, as you have today, and as we have had every year since I've been here over in the bistro. She implemented the Wings Summer Program for students that are disadvantaged, middle school students, so that we can bring them to campus and help them get acclimated so that they can go on to college, so they can learn and know and have the self-confidence to go to college. She started the Health and Wellness Program here on campus. Many of our students are hurting. Many of our faculty and staff are hurting. We have things that we need help with. Dr. Russell set that program up so that we have counselors here on campus to address those needs. She started the Diversity and Inclusion series when she was serving as the interim director of Diversity and Inclusion, along with her job as vice president of student development. She hired me in 2011 to facilitate and help manage some of her great ideas. She's a champion of students, and she speaks up for what's right. For this, I would like to honor Dr. Belinda Dalton Russell in recognition and appreciation of her visionary guidance and outstanding leadership.
Okay, I'm totally surprised, trying to hold it together. When she said 38 years, I'm thinking, I have 38 years. I thank Amy, I thank the students, the employees. This is my life, this is what I do, this is who I am. I think most people know that. What you see is what you get. It's genuine, there's nothing fake about it. I care about people. I care about shaping lives. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate the opportunity to help educate you in ways in the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. Thank you so much.
I got off script, so I'll have to find my place. Next, we would like to recognize the student ambassadors of WKCTC. Again, not all of them are here today, but I'm going to go ahead and call out all their names, and if you are here, please come forward and get your award. The student ambassadors are a diverse group of trained leaders that we have here on campus. They apply to be a student ambassador and are selected through an interview process and meeting certain criteria. They foster connections and support recruitment and many other efforts here on campus. They've helped me with numerous things. This year, up to this point this year, the student ambassadors have completed 621 plus hours of service learning on campus, or in the community. But that's a lot of time put in. As I call your name, please come forward to get your award. Shay Arrow. Jonathan Belak. Camilla Ferreira. Jayshad Fleming. Drew Hayden. Charity Atiev Gar. Alexis Johnson. Austin Knapp. We'll get caught up. Katerini Maya, she's not with us today. Jessica Montlewis. Is Samuel here? Samuel Obadoki. Gavin Posey. Melanie Pipul. Carlota Salas. Valentina Salas. And Sean Shawola. Tamia Travis. Are any of those? Okay, I think all of our student ambassadors that were able to be here today are present, so if I can get you all to stand right up here. You're going to have to move forward just a little bit. Big round of applause for our student ambassadors.
Congratulations. Thank you all.
We would also like to recognize our Student Development Outstanding Service Learning Award. Katerini Maya was not able to be with us today, but she has completed 65 hours of service learning for us at WKCTC. So let's give her a round of applause, even though she's not here. Okay, next we're going to have the Student Organization Officers and Advisors recognition. I just want to say that our clubs play a very important part at WKCTC. They provide a sense of belonging for the students that are here, and that helps us to keep our students here and learning and going forth into the community to be great leaders and productive members of society. They sponsor a great number of activities on campus, and as you've heard today, they raise money, they provide activities for us, they participate in community and college events, just a number of things that help our students and help us at the same time. It is such a joy to work with our student organizations and to see the students transform from being shy and not really knowing where they fit in into being part of a group and just blossoming. Gavin is the key point on that. All of my SGA officers actually are like that, and I so enjoy being the advisor for Student Government Association. The recognition ceremony is to award our clubs and their officers for their work and dedication here at WKCTC. Mr. Gavin Posey, would you like to come? Our SGA officers are going to be handing out these awards. So I'm going to leave this with you. Take this one.
All right, I'm going to go through these in alphabetical order. First up is Alpha Epsilon Beta. Would you all please come up here? AEB is sponsored by Mr. Gary Reese. Leah Beach is the president and SGA senator. Mariah Davis is the vice president and SGA senator. John Wentworth is the secretary. April Clark is treasurer, and Charity Itav Gar is the trustee. We'll get a picture real quick. Next up is Begins. All right. Begins is advised by Miss Legatha Spellbring. And I don't have officer names here, but I know we're involved. All right. Moving forward, Campus Ministries. Please stand if you're present. I'm sorry? Okay. Campus Ministries is advised by Mr. Joel Cates. Can I see Concept Zero? All right. Concept Zero is advised by Mr. David Nickel. Do we have early childhood educators here today? All right, let's give them a hand. The Early Childhood Educators Club is advised by Miss Greta Henry. Kristen Patterson is the president, Courtney Webb is the vice president, Stanisha Stubblefield is secretary, and Alexis Daniel is treasurer. Okay. Next up is Empower. Empower is advised by Mr. Corey Waddlington, Mr. Justin Hill, and Mr. Adrian Mason. Do we have Exit 7 here today? Exit 7 is our literary publication student organization, and it's advised by Mr. Britton Shirley. Next up on the list is our film club. Mr. Donner wasn't able to be here, but he's our advisor. Next up is the Hispanic Culture Club. Can we, let's see, stand up please. All right. The Hispanic Culture Club is advised by Ms. Carolyn Perry and Mr. Victor Taveras. Camila Fiera is the president, Valentina Salas is vice president, Carlota Salas is the secretary and treasurer, and Caterini Maya is the public relations coordinator. So let's give them one more hand. Thank you. Do we have Cans 2018 here? All right. This is a special group for me. You may not know I'm a triplet, and my sister is involved in CANS. I think she's in class right now, but we're happy to have you all here. CANS 2018 is advised by Christy Pettit. Christina Radovan is the president. Diane Duncan is vice president. My sister, Brooke Posey, she's the boss. She's the secretary. Emily Matt is the treasurer. Sarah Mindshine's the historian, and Megan Sherrill is the other historian. So let's give them one more round of applause. CANS 2017, is anyone here with them? Miss Christy Pettit is also the advisor for CANS 2017. Chelsea Cartwright was president, Shanna Agan was vice president, Casey Bird was secretary, Jonathan Bolin was treasurer, Heather McNeil was the historian, as was Michaela Chilton, and Susan Arnon was their senator. Moving forward, MLT checks for lab techs. All right. This club is advised by Mr. Jonathan Johnson. Tiffany Padon is the president, Leanna Nanny is the vice president, Kayla Gish is secretary, Hillary McCutcheon is treasurer, Tiffany Daughtry is their senator, as is James Holleran. So let's give them one more round of applause. Austin, I'm going to need you to forgive me on this. I don't speak much Greek. Mu Alpha Theta. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's a different, my bad. Mu Alpha Theta is the math club here on campus, and it's advised by Mr. Joel Cades. Next up, Multicultural Student Appreciation Club. This club is advised by Dr. Latoya Jones, Miss Bobby Lee, and Mr. Howard Dillard. There you go. Gloria Freeman is the president, so let's give them one more round of applause. All right. How are we doing on time? Are we okay? All right. Next up is the PSAD Student Art Club. This club is advised by Mr. John Hasegawa, I think. Did I get that right? All right. Next up, Phi Beta Lambda. I had you a little early, Austin. This club is advised by Miss Tiffany Morgan and Miss Joanne Knapp. Austin Knapp is the president and SGA senator. Moving forward, Phi Theta Kappa. Phi Theta Kappa is advised by Dr. Kevin Garricky and Ms. Carolyn Perry. Kathleen Barlow is the president. Gavin Posey is the vice president. Elizabeth Hicks is the treasurer. And Emmanuel is the SGA senator. So I'm going to get in the picture. Next up, do we have the radiography club here? No? Okay. The radiography club is advised by Miss Pat Buchanan. Do we have the sonography student club? All right. This club is advised by Miss Nicole Toon and Miss Kimberly Savage. Kara McKinley is the president. Shani Henderson is the vice president. Kaylee Yates is the secretary. And Aaron Goodacre is their treasurer. Let's give them one more round of applause. Next up, we have the Student Government Association. The Student Government Association is advised by Miss Amy Elmore. Gavin Posey is their president. Shay Arrow is their vice president. Emily Strasser is their secretary. John Belak is their campus events coordinator. And Kyle Garner is their social media coordinator.
Before we go on, I'd like to thank Ms. Amy Elmore, our advisor, for being a parent to not only us, but all students in the campus. She has really helped me to grow as a student and just as a person. Ms. Amy, I'd like to thank you and just give you a hug for being there for me when.
We're getting toward the end. Do we have any student veterans of WKCTC here today? This club is advised by Miss Kristen Amaya. Now I'm going to ask Miss Amy Elmore to come up here to announce the rest of the student organizations. Thank you all for being here and putting up with me this long, and I appreciate it.
Do we have any of the WKCTC Future Educators Club here today? Pat Blaine is their advisor. Okay. All right. Next, I'd like to announce the WKCTC basketball team. I would like to recognize them for their hard work. They come in every day and practice for 2 hours. They spend their weekends playing basketball. They spend their nights playing basketball. They have grown as a group this year, and I would like to recognize them, so you all come forward as I call your names. The coach, advisor, is Mike Chumbler. Austin Knapp is our student coach. Jayshad Fleming, Chevelle Glover, just stay up here for it's a group. Devin Hart, is Devin Hart? Evan Hayden, Lawrence Johnson, Al McFarland, Tyler Prim, Brandon Warfield, and Trey Wilder. Team captains this year were Devin Hart, Evan Hayden, and Brandon Warfield. You need to scoot up this way. Yeah, scoot up. Lawrence, come over here. There you go. Scoot up. Can you get him? There you go. Thank you all. I would also like to recognize WKCTC Cross Country. Stephen Cahill is the coach and advisor for that club. I think Stephen had class today, but we do have Sam here. Sam's here, and let me just go ahead and say the names. Shay Arrow, Hannah Berry, Caitlin Campbell, Samuel Kern, Dallas McKinney, Don McKinney, Zach Schultz, Rebecca Shepard, Kaylin Suter, and Lindsay Thomas. Well, at least we got 2 of them today, huh? Thank you all for your hard work. They too spend a lot of time practicing. They run in the mornings way before any of us think about being on campus. They're out running, so I appreciate their hard work. And at this time, Dr. Belinda Dalton-Russell will give our closing remarks. Thank you.
Hello again. We are coming to a close. I would like to thank you all again for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed today's red carpet event. I'm going to ask you before you leave if you'd like to take a photo on the red carpet. I encourage you strongly to do so. There is plenty of food left from what I can see, so please indulge yourself in more food. I'd like to again thank everyone who helped to make this a success today. Again, reiterating Amy Elmore, Campus Catering Services, as well as our student ambassadors, our SGA officers, Tamara Hodges, Shaveen Duncan-Herring, the maintenance and operations crew, as well as public relations. If any award recipient would like the boxes that your award came in, just to keep them safe, we do have those. So just come up front and we'll make sure that you get those so that you can take your awards back home in. Again, I'd like to say thank you, and I want to reiterate my appreciation again for the award that Amy presented. I appreciate being appreciated, and I think you understand that. I think I can see a lot of you out there who deserve to be appreciated, and I know it's just because it's good to be appreciated. So again, I want you to know I appreciate you. I appreciate all you do, each of you. Again, in closing, and I'm about to close again, I want to say how much I do appreciate Amy Elmore. She does so much behind the scenes that people don't see. Sometimes they think when you're doing student life or student activities, oh, that person has a fun job, that is nothing to it. But anyone who's ever had to plan a major event knows there's a lot of detail involved in it. And sometimes you're the lone person trying to put it together. I mean, sometimes when you need people the most, you're looking for them, they're not always there, and other times there are. But again, I thank her so much because she helped me to make student life what it is. There's lots of things for students to get involved in. So go out and tell students, get involved. Thanks again. Have a great evening.